And presently I was sauntering towards the drawing-room with my good old J nestling snugly abaft the shoulder-blades. Aunt Dahlia was in the drawing-room. "Hello, I saw," she said. "What do you think you're made up as?" I did not get the purport. "The jacket, you mean?" I queried, groping. "You look like one of the chorus of male guests at Abernethy Towers in Act 2 of a touring musical comedy." "You do not admire this jacket?" "I do not." "Well, you did at Cannes." "Well, this isn't Cannes." "I say, but dash it, oh, never mind, let it go. If you want to give my butler a laugh, what does it matter? What does anything matter now?" I found her manner distasteful. It isn't often that I score off Jeeves in the devastating fashion just described, and when I do, I like to see happy, smiling faces about me. "Tails up, Aunt Dahlia," I urged buoyantly. "Tails up be dashed," was her sombre response. "I've just been talking to Tom." "Telling him?" "No, listening to him. I hadn't the nerve to tell him yet." "Is he still upset about that income tax money?" "Upset is right. He says that civilization is in the melting pot. I don't know how to break it to Tom about this baccarat business." "Well, I don't see why you need mention that you lost that money at baccarat." "What do you suggest, then? Letting milady's boudoir join civilization in the melting pot? Because that is what it will infallibly do, unless I get a cheque by next week. The printers have been showing a nasty spirit for months." "No, you don't follow, Aunt Dahlia. Listen, it's an understood thing, I take it, that Uncle Tom foots the boudoir bills. Well, simply ask him for the money to pay the printers." "I did, just before I went to Cannes. That was the money I lost at baccarat." "Oh, yeah, I didn't know that." "Well, there isn't much you do know." A nephew's love made me overlook the slur. I knew how deeply attached my Aunt Dahlia was to this paper of hers. Then I saw how the thing could be handled. This aunt must fall into line with my other clients. Tuppy Glossop was knocking off dinner to melt Angela. Gussie Fink-Nottle was knocking off dinner to impress the Bassett. Aunt Dahlia must knock off dinner to soften Uncle Tom. For the beauty of this scheme of mine was that there was no limit to the number of entrants. Satisfaction guaranteed in every case. "There is only one course to pursue, Aunt Dahlia. Eat less meat," I said. "Oh, must you drivel, Bertie? Won't you stop it just this once, just for tonight, to please Aunt Dahlia?" "I'm not drivelling. Refuse your oats at dinner tonight. Just sit there and wave away each course with a weary gesture. Uncle Tom will notice your loss of appetite and will say, 'Dahlia, darling, is anything the matter?' 'It is kind of you to ask, darling,' you will reply. 'The fact is, darling, I am terribly worried.' 'My darling,' he will say, 'is there anything I can do?' To which your reply will be that there jolly well is." I was pleased to note respect suddenly dawn in her eyes. "Oh, but Bertie, this is positively bright." "I told you Jeeves wasn't the only fellow with brain." "I believe it would work." "It's bound to work."
You're not the chump I took you for, Bertie. This scheme is bright. I suppose Jeeves suggested it."
"Jeeves did not suggest it. I resent these implications. Jeeves had nothing to do with it whatsoever."